I was on a farming spree making 150 million coins a day until I got banned from macroing because I couldn't respond to a macro check on time. The reason for this wasn't because I was macroing, it was because I was over-optimized. You see, the entire garden update was just me farming 1.3 billion potatoes like it was nothing. All I did was discover that teleport pads were usable in the garden and that the admins decided that it would be a good idea to increase the number of teleport pads from 12 to 28. So what I did was abuse the absolute heck out of this and design an overkill farm that took a small space of 10 plots in your garden. It maximized the use of each teleport pad and was configured in a way that I was able to farm with Australian ping without getting stuck in a block every time I teleported. And just like that, I discovered a way to make infinite potatoes. At that time, the community thought that teleport pads were completely unusable due to the growth rate nerfs and decided to stick with the traditional S farm design, which you could study more about here from 23 Lives. However, at the time, I scoffed at 23 Lives' farm design because his post-nerf farm designs actually required attention, while mine only required you to be a vegetable. At this point, you probably thought it was over, right? I mean, I've optimized everything I could do in-game. Wrong. I decided to take this even further beyond. I thought, if I can't optimize this further in-game, how can I optimize this farm in real life? I mean, I feel like I'm getting arthritis in my hand because my finger joints feel stiff every day after farming potatoes. So what I did was decide to use my feet, but unlike HS Fearless, which uses numpad, I bought a steering wheel that had pedals on it. I looked on Amazon to find the cheapest yet highest quality steering wheel and finally found it. However, it was falsely advertised to work on PC, so I had to use third-party software to make the steering wheel usable. And just like that, I was finally able to program with 2 hands. Oh, and also I could farm like this. After a while of using this farm design, I found that the price of electricity and gas in Australia was going up. So I thought to myself, how could I negate this? Since I was broke at the time and don't have money, I decided that I was also going to optimize how much electricity I used too. So in order to reduce the amount of energy usage, I had to limit the amount of computation that my computer does while playing Minecraft. The easiest way to do this was to lower the graphics to fast, lower my render distance to 2 chunks, play on a 60Hz monitor instead of my 144Hz monitor, install mods that disabled block breaking particles, and install more mods that optimize rendering, and that was about it. Oh, and about that, I could also turn off my monitor and speakers to save 10% of electricity. And just because I wanted to spend 10% less electricity, I got banned because I was literally blind in-game. Upon reflection of this, I now know that I should never turn off my monitor or speakers because the moment that the admins macro check you, you don't respond to them, bam, 30-day ban hammer, you're gone, profile wiped. While I was banned, the economy was mass inflated like I predicted, and the admins decided to actually stop 90% of macros by disabling teleport pads. Now, am I slightly butthurt that I could have made more money during the time I was banned? Possibly. Am I slightly upset that I could have made one of the best financial decisions in my life to buy everything when they were lower in price and sell them at a high point? Possibly. Am I slightly butthurt that one of my main money-making methods was taken away from me? Yes. Do I regret my actions? Definitely, but we don't talk about those. To be honest, that was one of the best bans of my life because I spent the entire month getting a life. I was able to focus on my internship without the annoying sound of... I focused more on my physical health, and I finally learned River Flows in You on piano. I was just very productive in general. And during this time, I learned that Skyblock was but a prison for those who yearn to achieve great heights but have nowhere to go in real life because they not only spend the greatest amount of times for the least of rewards, they also go for the absolute lengths to break the boundaries of the game. Oh hey, 150 Skyblock XP.